If you're thinking about buying a business for the first time, here's the truth. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They actually fail because they're alone. No playbook, no support, no one to call when the marketing stops working. The first hire quits or customers start vanishing. So today, I'm going to tell you the biggest advantage of buying a franchise, and it has nothing to do with a fancy logo. It's this: you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Not all franchises are created equal.
Up next.
So they don't just buy a business. They buy the right business and find the right fit. Here are 3 smart moves you can steal today. That's why the biggest advantage of buying a franchise is simple. You're in business for yourself, but never by yourself.
This episode sponsored by SEO Samba. Empower your franchise with predictable results and AI-driven marketing.
Welcome back to the Franchise Fit Podcast. I'm Lance Graulich, and today's episode is for first-time business owners. And anyone exploring franchise ownership, this is for you. We're talking about the advantage most people ignore: the built-in network, collaboration, and support systems that come with franchising. It comes with it. And why that can be a massive advantage compared to buying a business through acquisition, classic ETA. Let's talk about what first-time owners are really afraid of. It's not hard work. You already work hard. It's this fear. What if I pick the wrong business? What if I don't know what I'm doing? What if I get stuck and there's no one to help? What if I spend 6 figures and it doesn't work? And that's why "you're not alone" isn't just a cute phrase. It's a risk reducer, because business ownership is basically a non-stop sequence of decisions. And the fastest way to lose momentum is to have to figure it out from scratch. And here's why this topic is personal for me. As a franchise broker, I do sit in a unique seat. I work with franchisors, I talk to high-performing franchisees, many of which I've placed in brands. And these franchisees are actually doing the work and getting results. And I help first-time business owners like you find the right franchise fit so they don't just buy a business. They buy the right business and find the right fit. So I'm always learning. I love it. I'm always looking at what's changing in marketing, in lead generation, in recruiting, unit economics, and especially AI tools these days. Because AI, artificial intelligence, is changing how you follow up, how you get customers, how you hire, how you train, how you operate. I was just at the Let's Grow franchise development event last week in Dallas after a snowstorm, which the Dallas-Fort Worth area is certainly not used to. But I'm serious about learning and helping my clients, my brands. I'm going as long as they don't cancel my flight. Well, I made it. I made it to the Let's Grow event. What a shit show. The weather. Anyway, I saw old friends. I met new friends. And it reinforced something I think about often. The winners in franchising don't just have a brand. They have a community. They do have a huge community. So here's the thesis. The biggest advantage of buying a franchise is you're not alone. You're buying a business. You're buying access to a proven system, support, peers, vendors, relationships, playbooks, coaching, best practices, benchmarks, KPIs, and people who already solved problems you haven't even met yet. That's the advantage. And if you're new to business ownership, that advantage is everything. Now let's make this real. When people say network, some folks imagine awkward mixers and business cards. That's not what I mean. I mean, when your first employee quits, you can call someone who's been there. They've dealt with that. When your leads slow down, you can ask people what's working right now in their market. When you're pricing something wrong, like at Wingstop in the old days, someone shows you their numbers. When your ad spend is bleeding, someone tells you what to fix. When you're overwhelmed and want to pull your hair out, your franchisor and peers help you simplify the game. That's not what alone looks like. It's not motivational, it's operational. Now compare that to buying a business through acquisition. Acquisitions can be great for the right person if you can actually get one. But here's what a lot of first-time buyers don't realize. With an acquisition, you often get the keys, you get a lease, you get staff, you get financials, But what you don't automatically get is a training system, a community of owners, proven vendor relationships, a support team, a playbook for growth and scale, a mastermind of people solving the same problems. A lot of acquisitions are basically congratulations and good luck. And if you're brand new to business ownership, that isolation can be really, really expensive. Here's a simple way to think about it. When you buy a franchise, the right franchise, you get what I call the support stack, the system. You're not reinventing the business model, you're just executing it. The second thing is you get the team, the franchisor support, coaches, training, marketing, resources, and guidance. And third, the peer group, owners who already hit the potholes you're about to hit. Number 4, the benchmarks. You're not guessing. It's all about KPIs because you can compare your numbers to what good looks like with other franchisees. Number 5 is the vendors. You're not wandering around on the internet hoping you pick the right CRM, ad partner, uniform software, or suppliers. That stack is why franchising can compress your learning curve, and speed matters because the longer you stay stuck, the more expensive stuck becomes. Now let's bring this into 2026. Here's the new reality. AI is creating separation. At the Let's Grow event, so many breakout sessions were dedicated to the latest AI iteration, helping franchise development, franchise marketing, franchise operations, and franchise training and support. Incredible what is happening with AI these days. The people who know how to use AI are going to follow up faster, market smarter, recruit better, train quicker, and operate more efficiently than ever. But here's the key. AI alone doesn't cause you to win because AI is a tool, a community. The franchise community is a multiplier. In franchising, you don't just learn AI from YouTube tutorials. You learn what actually works because someone says, here's the prompt, here's the automation, here's the follow-up sequence, here's the ad angle that's converting. Here's the tool we tested and hated. Don't waste your money. That's the network advantage in real time. So if you're a first-time buyer, here are 3 smart moves you can steal today. Move number 1, don't just evaluate the brand, evaluate the community, the franchisees. Ask, how connected are these franchisees? Are they happy? Do they make money? Do they collaborate or compete with each other? Is there peer support? Move number 2, ask what the franchisor does when an owner struggles. Not the marketing pitch, but what actually happens. Are there training refreshers? Is there coaching, KPI reviews, local support? Now move number 3, talk to franchisees and ask the question, you got stuck, what saved you? Their answer will tell you everything about the support stack. So here's the truth. If you're buying your first business, you don't just need a good idea. You need a system and support because business ownership is hard and being alone makes it harder. That's why the biggest advantage of buying a franchise is simple. You're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. If you want help finding a franchise that actually fits your goals, your budget, your lifestyle, reach out. I represent almost 900 brands in all industries at all investment levels, and I will have several great options for you. Available now in your backyard. And if this episode helped you, do me a favor. Send it to one person who's thinking about buying a business, whether they're a friend, family, because this might save them years of mistakes. See you in the next episode.